The Great Accra Traditional Council has drawn up a roadmap in the observance of this year's ban on noise-making, which begins on Monday, 13th of this month and ends on the 13th of June. This was reached after a prolonged meeting between the Great Accra Regional House of Chiefs, the Great Accra Regional Peace Council, and the local Council of Churches. Hitherto, the enforcement of this tradition of the Ga State by the Ga Traditional Council has led to violence and destruction of properties of some churches. This has also been a great concern to well-meaning Ghanaians, hence the initiative to curb the violence in this year's observance of that tradition. The Great Accra Regional Peace Council, headed by Right Reverend Samuel Osabote, has issued a press statement urging all stakeholders to abide by the agreements that was reached. He joins me on the line. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
So how did you come to this agreement?
What agreement?
The agreement about observing the ban on noise making and how...
No, it's not an agreement. It's a reminder. See,
it's a reminder.
The Ga State has always, asked people living in the Ga State, churches in the church, to observe the period. Now, over the years, they have realized that because of the cosmopolitan nature of the city, many people feel that they are not obliged because they are not Gans or this, so they will not observe, and that has led to some churches and sometimes individuals defying the ban on the drumming and noise making. So the meeting was to serve as a reminder to all the stakeholders, not as the security agencies, and hitherto the National Peace Council has been doing the work of the Regional Peace Council because at that time the Greater Accra Regional Peace Council was not in place, and the National Peace Council had its headquarters in Accra. So they were playing to. Now that the Regional Peace Council is in place, the Regional House of Chiefs thought it wise to call all of us to say that one way or the other we all have to play a role in ensuring that this plan. So it's not an agreement, it is a reminder for us to ensure that we abide by the, what do you call it, the ban when it is in place.
So how different is this observation going to be from the ones that have been witnessed in the past years?
When you say how different in terms of what?
In the past, we've seen some disagreements between traditional people who represented...
There are never been disagreements. It is just, I'm trying to explain to you that every traditional area has its norms, rituals, and these things that are observed, right? What they have observed is that people don't want to obey. It's not that there's a difference. I hope you are
so, and we have covered stories where churches have had some of, there's been altercations between people representing the traditional council, traditional leaders and the church.
So it's the churches that, because they are not obeying the destiny, that's what has been bringing the clash.
So this reminder, so when I asked whether or not this was going to be different, this reminder is supposed to make sure that the churches around all obey.
Exactly.
Okay. Right, Reverend Samuel Osabote.
That's the whole idea. So that we can all cooperate. Either to just to give you a little background. Sometimes when the reason why we brought the security officers is that sometimes, when there has been an infraction, okay, and then the people go into the church, the traditional, those who are from the traditional council who are trying to enforce, they are rather arrested. Okay? And they find it that, well, I have made the law. If somebody is infraction, why am I arrested? They are also arrested because they use force. So look at the tone of the letter. We are saying, even if people, what do you call it, cause an infraction and they don't obey, they should use force. It's just calling the police. So, like we say in Chibutu, so both parties, those of us who are supposed to obey, should ensure that we obey churches and individuals. Now, even if the churches and individuals also infract, we are expecting that who have been asked to supervise from the traditional council to see that there's no practice will also not use force as has been in the past.
Okay. Okay, so that's what I wanted to find out. Sir, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Right Reverend Samuel Osabuti is chairman of the Greater Accra Regional Peace Council.